Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is episode 5 of This Week in Wrestling. Guys, I'm just going to get stuff set up for like Twitter and stuff like that, and then we'll get things started. Cool. Be like 2 seconds, guys, while I send this out on Twitter. Cool. So let's get started in today's show, guys. I'm doing this 15k burpee challenge. I had 30 days to complete it. I'm just over 10,000 in so far. So I'm probably going to complete the 15,000 today, which is it's horrible to even think that I'm going to be doing that. And I'm exhausted. That's why I look all over the place. Why my workout gear's like just all over the place. But yeah, I need to get it done. I need to challenge myself every month this year. I'm doing a different challenge. So this week in wrestling, no much happened, guys. Honestly, no much really kind of went on. I did Raw pretty much. The best show of the week for me was AEW and probably Impact Wrestling. There was nothing really that exciting that happened this week. It was quite kind of slow paced. I would say SmackDown done pretty good with the storytelling between Edge, Daniel Bryan, and Roman Reigns, obviously. But I did like the Kevin Owens kind of stuff that they had going as well. And the big news this week has to be that Chris Jericho is going to be on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast on the WWE Network in Peacock, which is insane to think. I literally marked out like a kid when I seen that. Hi, Jonesy, mate. Hope you're doing good, man. Like I said, I'm 10k burpees into a 15,000 burpee challenge, so I'm not doing the best at the minute. My legs are still shaking. So no, but I think that podcast is going to be huge. I wonder what they're going to talk about. Is it going to be like just, are they going to mention AEW? Are they going to be able to do that? Like, I don't know. But the other thing it shows is there isn't a war between WWE and AEW. And let's all be honest, AEW isn't going to get big enough to put WWE out of business anytime soon. And WWE, unlike Disney, I mean, they're going to be here forever. We just need to accept they'll be here forever. And that's where most people go get their wrestling. That's a genre of wrestling people try and watch the most. Hi man, thanks for the support again as always. I appreciate it. You've really been making me feel special the past couple of days. No, I think this, like I say, WWE isn't caring about AEW at the minute. They're not big enough to compete with them, and even when they are, it's best for both companies that they kind of keep them there to kind of like to build wrestling better. Like when WCW and WWE both played off each other, that's what it was there for. Yeah, man, I know. I think they're going to need to talk about it. They can't just like ignore the fact that he's in AEW completely. Like you can't just like ditch it. But you never know. Yeah, man, that's what I was thinking as well. Like it's probably just going to be like the WWE stuff, but it's still a huge thing. I'm wrapped it like a little giggle when I seen the fact that Chris Jericho and Stone Cold are going to be in the WWE network, especially with Jericho and over in AEW. But like I say, there's no award. It just shows that WWE isn't really caring about what's happening there. They're making their billions. They don't really care what happens anything below them. Like I say, guys, we didn't really have much happening this week. We had kind of WrestleMania card set up. I'm more buzzing for NXT Takeover, to be honest with you. Like I'll probably get that WWE feeling for the WrestleMania after it, but right at the minute, it's just I'm not really caring for it at the minute. Plus, I hate Daniel Bryan. I can't stand the guy. I know he's some people's favorite wrestler of all time, but for me, I just can't stand him. I don't know why it is. I just really, really can't stand him. So, guys, the throwback stuff that we always do. I thought I'd do a WrestleMania special this one. So I picked 3 WrestleManias that were on the 3rd of April. So we've got WrestleMania 21, WrestleMania XXV11, which I literally can't remember what number that is. I've wrote XXV11, so that's what you're getting told. And the WrestleMania 32. So I'm just going to run through the card, give you like my thoughts and stuff like that. Yeah, man, like I say, for me, Daniel Bryan just isn't the. I don't know. I've just never really liked him. I know he's a good in-ring worker. I really like him. 27 nearly. Thank you for that. That's why you're obviously no doing a 10k burpee challenge, a 15k burpee challenge, and 10k in like me, who's pretty much just lost the will to think at the minute. Cool. So let's get into WrestleMania 21 first, guys. It was April 3rd, Sunday, April 3rd, 2005. Pay-per-view. Staples Center attendance was 20,193. With Rey Mysterio defeating Eddie Guerrero, I gave this a 3 stars. I always remember I bought this in pay-per-view when I was younger. Well, my mum bought it. She didn't know she bought it. I stayed up, put the code in on the pay-per-view box thing, and yeah, I stayed up, watched it, and I got my ass kicked the next day. Literally got booted around the house the next day. But it was worth it. It was really worth it. So I was tired, so it was okay. It makes up for it. Then we got Edge defeating Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Christian Kane, and Shelton Benjamin in a Money in the Bank. I gave us a 3.5 stars. This was an awesome Money in the Bank, and I still think it's one of the best ones to this day. Then we had Taker defeating Randy Orton. I gave this 2.5. Back then, I wasn't a big Randy Orton fan, and I don't really think the Taker Randy Orton feud was the best. I kind of preferred the Hell in a Cell match that they had. But yeah, it was okay. Then Trish Stratus versus Christy Hemme. Trish Stratus got the win. This was a dud. It wasn't really anything special. Then a 4-star match, one of my favourite matches of all time. It's Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. And yeah, it was awesome. It was just, if you've never seen it, go check it out. Then we had that sumo thing that we just won't mention for the big show, and that we won't mention the sumo stuff because it was weird. Then we got John Cena defeating JBL. A lot of people don't like this one. I did. I loved this. I remember marking out as a kid when he first picked up that belt. 3 stars I gave this just because of the feelings it brings back. Then Batista versus Triple H. Batista got the win, 2.5. It wasn't really. I was on that John Cena train back then, so that gets more stars just for the feelings it brings back to me. Then WrestleMania 27, which was Sunday the 3rd of April. It was on pay-per-view, Georgia Dome, 71,617 people. There's a couple of dark matches, which I'm kind of going to miss out. We got the Great Khali winning the kind of Battle Royale, which was a dark match, but I don't know. What's everybody's thoughts on Great Khali going into the Hall of Fame? I'm really confused at why he's gone in there. Like, I don't think he's had a Hall of Fame career, but I mind you, if Nikki Bella and Brie Bella and stuff are going in there as well. So, yeah, I never know. So, WrestleMania 27, we had Edge against Alberto Del Rio. 2.5 stars I gave this. It wasn't anything special. Cody versus Rey Mysterio. Again, another 2.5. Nothing special, just middle of the road. Kane, Kofi, Santino, Big Show against a tag team match that was terrible. So that was 1.5. Randy Orton versus CM Punk. Probably the match of the night for me, which is 3 stars for one of the matches of the night. Then we had Michael Cole, Jerry. Forget that one as well. Nobody's interested in that. Taker versus Triple H. I like this one as well. I gave it a 3 stars. The Hell in a Cell was better, but I think the WrestleMania 17, or 18, whatever it was, when they went against each other, that was my favourite one. But this one just, it's up there. I would say it was WrestleMania 17, 18, whatever they were at. Then the Hell in a Cell, and then this one. Then we got John Morrison and Snooki and Trish Stratus against Dolph Ziggler, Lair, Michelle McCool. This was a dud as well. It was a waste of time. And then the main event was The Miz versus John Cena, which was 2.5. Who really is interested in it? Do you know what I mean? Then we had WWE WrestleMania 32. Again, Sunday, it was at the AT&T Stadium, 101,000 plus people. I left the dark matches out in this one because they were the one of that fun. This was 2016. So then we had Chris Jericho defeating AJ Styles, 3.5 stars I gave this. I thought it was really good. Sorry, first match was Zack Ryder winning that ladder match. I gave it 3 stars, which was pretty cool. I did like Zack Ryder back then. He was cool. He was all right. I'm not a big fan of him, to be honest with you, at the minute. But to be honest, what's he even doing at the minute? And then we've got Alberto Del Rio, Rusev, and Sheamus defeating Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. 2.5 stars. Literally, again, nothing special. Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose in a no holds barred street fight. Now, I guess street fight would just presume that it's no holds barred. I don't get why I had to put that in there, but 3 stars. I like this one. I really did. Brock Lesnar got the win, but I did like it. Then you've got the 4-star match from the card, which is Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks. Well, Charlotte got the win. The triple threat women's match. It was great. Taker versus Shane McMahon, Hell in a Cell. It's 3 stars just for the fact that Shane McMahon is a nutcase. Literally is a nutcase. And then I forget the wee rock thing. Then we've got Roman Reigns defeating Triple H. WWE World Heavyweight Championship. 2.5 stars because, well, it was easy to hate on Roman Reigns back then, and I was not into this match at all. So, guys, that's pretty much a look back at the kind of WrestleManias that have happened. I know we're in WrestleMania season. I'm no big on it this year. Like, I'm really not mega buzzing for WrestleMania. I don't know. I think the Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, and Edge match is going to be cool. I hope Daniel Bryan doesn't get the win. And then I'm like, I don't want Edge to get the win. Keep it on Roman, or would you like Roman to lose it? I don't know what's going to happen there. So it's keeping you that guessing thing. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. I'm like I've already seen it a few times, but I think it'll be a good match. Every time I've seen it, it's always been good, and I think they'll put on a great match. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair is going to be good. You know, those two are going to put on a great match. Rhea Ripley needs to win against Ahsoka because Asuka, that's her name. She needs to win because, well, I'm a mark for Rhea Ripley, as anybody who's watched any of my podcasts will know, and she just needs to win it. The Stand and Deliver one is the one that I'm mega buzzing for. I'm really excited for the NXT stuff. And yeah, it's going to be a fun week of wrestling. It's going to be a fun week of content, guys. I've got 2 podcasts booked this week. So one with a wrestler, one with a producer. They'll be up some point this week. Then obviously we've got the Hall of Fame thing, which I'll do a review on. I've got my normal content for AEW, Impact Wrestling, stuff like that as well. Stand and Deliver. Then we've got WrestleMania. And then I've got maybe a couple of special videos coming out 2 or 3 times throughout the week, and it's reviewing some other promotion stuff and then some kind of old WrestleManias. I'm not doing WrestleMania 17 because everybody's doing WrestleMania 17, so I'm doing something different. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a ton of content coming this week, and I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the live there. I'm going to have to go finish the rest of these 5,000 burpees, and I cannot be arsed with it, but I need to go finish them. So I'll see you later, and don't forget to check out, I've got a podcast coming tonight, guys, with Tony Shivers. She's a kind of new wrestler. She's been training for a while, and it was a real cool conversation, kind of talk about women's wrestling and stuff like that. You should definitely check it out. That's out tonight at 1800 GMT, 1800 my time, which you can figure out what time it would be for yourself. But hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and try and relax. Go chill out, do something different, go for a run, go for a walk. Don't do 15,000 burpees in a space of 48 hours. It's disgusting. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys.